our federal government is joining the fight against fraud. A new deputy attorney general was just confirmed today by the Senate to lead a new anti-fraud division at the DOJ. And the House Oversight Committee is now launching an investigation into alleged fraud in California. We reached out to Gavin Newsom's office about the potential hospice fraud happening in L.A., and they told us they actually agree. They said there is so much potential fraud happening that they're actively considering revoking the licenses of 300 hospice providers in the state. They've already revoked 300 licenses, and that they have even stopped issuing new ones.
Welcome to the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Colin McDonald was just confirmed by the Senate, and Trump actually sent him right to California to go there and to battle fraud. Gavin Newsom is going to probably have to testify now as to why there's so much fraud in his state. And Colin McDonald is going to make him answer for it. I think that's honestly why Trump got him in there. And we all know that he's going to be running for president, that Gavin's going to be running for president. And I just think that after all this fraud and all this stupid stuff that's happened to him, I don't think he's going to be able to even win the primaries, you know. Pritzker either. That dude's a loser. Everybody knows he's a loser. He's going to try to run for president too. And every time I see Pritzker, I think of this guy right here.
This isn't funny, you stupid bitch!
Yeah, very, very close resemblance, wouldn't you say? Down to the teeth, you know? He's a piece of crap. So yeah, these two guys, they don't need to be president. We need to keep it Republican, and we need to keep moving forward. And the reason why all this fraud has happened and all this bad stuff has happened in Minnesota and California is because of the Democrats, because they run the place. But now sending Republicans in there to clean up their mess, this is going to be fun because a lot of people are going to be prosecuted. So anyways, guys, there's more to this video. Let's get into it. Check it out.
With the details, Chairman of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer, is with us. Look, Nick Shirley, broke the story in Minneapolis.
James Comer.
He struck again in California. How much money are we looking at here, and where is your investigation going?
You could multiply what we found in Minnesota probably by 10 in California. That's how bad it is. And what we're hoping in this investigation is we have the same success we had in Minnesota with whistleblowers coming forward, reaching out to me or other oversight committee members to sit down and do transcribed interviews so that we can finally figure out who's responsible for this fraud. What we know in California, just with respect to hospice, of all the government entities, hospice is the one that I don't think there would be anyone out there that wouldn't have full support for hospice at our worst time of need. Hospice alone, $3.5 billion just in Los Angeles County. And what that amounts to, Sean, is the whole hospice budget for the United States last year, 18% of all the billing was in Los Angeles County. And that's not 18% of the population of America. In that one county, and it's a big county, 18% of the entire billing for the United States. It is rampant in California, and Gavin Newsom knew it and hasn't done a thing about it.
Nothing.
Are you going to bring him in?
We would like to bring him in. We're trying to start with some state employees. That's what we did in Minnesota. We proved in Minnesota that Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison knew about the fraud. We know that as we speak, there have been dozens of people in Minnesota already arrested by the Trump Department of Justice for fraud, and they're putting a case together on hundreds more in Minnesota as we speak. So we're seeing accountability there. Now we want to see that in California. So Gavin Newsom better lawyer up.
All right, there you go. So it looks like Comer and the Oversight Committee is going to bring Gavin Newsom in there to testify. And the same thing they did with Ellison and Walz, they humiliated both of them. They made them both look incompetent and stupid. So the people know exactly what they're voting for now. The same thing's going to happen to Gavin. We all know he's running for president. We all know what his intentions are. And I don't think he's going to be able to even get past the primaries. I think that he is just toxic. Look at the California wildfires. Look at this. Look at all the failures he has had. And I tell you what, I can't wait to sit and watch him just sit and writhe in that chair and just twist and sweat. But who knows, man? He might just sit there, you know, he'll care more about his hair and then answering the questions. We all know how he is. But I can't wait to see that guy fail and fall flat on his face. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't liked, like. If you haven't commented, comment. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Really need it now. I am growing. I'm trying to keep my motivation up, but it's kind of hard when you're not getting that many views and you're putting tons of effort in. I'm putting a few hours in each of these videos. So like, comment, subscribe if you can. If you don't like me further down the line, get rid of me, but I plan on making some good videos. So I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.